This episode of High Off the Glass is brought to you by the state of Colorado, featuring full legalization since January of 2014.
Here we go. We're back at it, everybody. How's everybody doing today? We are here for High Off the Glass this week. So excited, everybody. Give it up for High Off the Glass this week, everybody. Give it up for it. Yeah, all right. All right, man. They're so excited today. The crowd is so excited. They just want to keep going. And, man, took them a while to start clapping again. I don't know why. It took them so long to... Okay. All right, everybody sit down. Let's start the show. How you doing there, sir? How are you?
I'm good.
What's up, Mr. Producer extraordinaire, Boston? How are you?
Was a straight trash.
I know.
Boo, bitch,
That what?
tomato. I
That was not one of the.
Me. That's why I leave.
That was not one of the. For real, I should have had you leave early. That was not one of the best opens. That was kind of trash.
What's this narcotic in this shit?
That was trash to the month. I may scrap it and restart this motherfucker. This shit was but you know, yup, damn right. Hey, the show must go on, goddamn. That's what the hell we gonna do it. I want to welcome to High Off the Glass. We're down in the basement studios this week. Like to welcome, Mr. Tom. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great.
All
doing
right.
real good.
My man Tom is in the house. I've known this man for a long time. What's your full name, Tom?
Thomas Anthony Maher.
We got Mr. Thomas Anthony Mayer's in the house today. This man is a... That was stupid. What is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's what I gotta give that one. I gotta give that one. Whoa, for real. But what? I know this man because he's with a good friend of mine. That's his girlfriend's. Her name is. We'll talk about her later. Yeah. But what made you, Tom? Because you're kind of a. What is it? I'd say a music connoisseur, businessman of music. What made you get into that, and what's your forte? What is it exactly that you do with it?
That's a tough one. I when I was a kid, I was getting into music. I started. I could go through my whole history, but I started listening to, I was an 80s baby, so I love all the 80s pop. After that, when I was kind of getting into my teenage years, I started getting to heavy metal and stuff like that. Right. And then I got into hardcore, which is something is interesting because a lot of hardcore music is based in something called straight edge, which means that no drugs, no alcohol, and even some people are like no sex, which is really weird. Right. And then, but then I didn't stick with that, and then I got into I just like after the hardcore I just went nuts. Got into like some drum and bass and some just all kinds of stuff. It's a hard answer to like encapsulate in just a few sentences, really.
Okay, so right now,
yeah.
I know with the business you used to own, Kismet, which was awesome. A store that you and your girlfriend had. I loved it. Mm-hmm. You could go in there and get anything from music to art to interactive art. Old movie posters.
Yeah. I remember those, Omar.
What is it? You can have. I love Kismet. Talk about Kismet.
We called it Kismet Creative Center originally because we intended to. The idea was to show support for the community in a certain way by having people come in and like do art. And Sonia, you know her as being a great crafter artist herself. But I mean, the focus was always music. The focus was always about the records. And it was, I guess we had cassettes and CDs, but it was mostly vinyl that we sold.
Right.
And And so, but what happened was like it didn't pan out the way we had wanted it to, because this weird thing happened where parents would bring their troop of kids with them to the place and then just leave them there for us to kind of like do art with, you know what I mean? And it just turned in, it was too much extra work. So we kind of like, we toned it down a little bit. We turned it into an art gallery, mostly outsider art and locals, all local art.
Right.
And then the music. And I mean, we just filled it, every square inch of that place, with anything from herbs to yoga chairs to, and then we would have what I feel like most people remember us as was as a venue. We would do shows.
Yep.
We would have performance art.
Yep.
We would have poets and writers come in and do their gig there. And that was like, that's really where I feel like we shine the most. It was that and the records.
Right.
So
yeah,
so that was the big deal.
Kismet literally was one of my favorite places to go.
Thanks.
I just love going there and just hanging out. You guys always constantly remodel the place. It always looked different. You always were changing where this was at, where that was at.
Yeah, that was Sonia's end of things. She really worked it hard to
And that's who we were talking about earlier, who we said we were going to get to. Sonia.
Yeah.
Miss Sonia Day is amazing. That
is.
young woman is. She is okay. For those of you that don't know, she used to work at City Museum downtown St. Louis, where I met her. That's why I worked with her. Ran Art City there. Was very good at her job. Then she started Kismet, this awesome art extravagant. I don't even know how to label your store.
No, that's
the thing.
Art extravaganza.
Yeah,
pretty,
it's like
pretty close.
Art extravaganza type venue that you guys had.
Yeah,
and she's so artistic and spiritual on so many different levels, and it was awesome that she got with someone like you, who has such a love for music and has a sense of business. That you all were able to do that.
True, very true.
It's awesome. I don't see, and I know now that it may not be open, but I see it coming back. I don't see it, you guys not doing it.
Yeah. Well, we still have I'm online. I'm on Discogs. We still do the Facebook thing. I still try to make any amount of posts that have to do with music or anything like that on our Facebook page to keep people still interested in us and not forget about us, and with, like you said, with the intention of perhaps down the line reopening somewhere else. I do have I'm consigning right now with the record store on Cherokee Street, and I've got the online business too. And I sell out of my house. If somebody wants to come by and check through our stacks, they're totally welcome.
That's awesome. That. Shoot your socials out there so people can know how to get a hold of you for that.
If you do Discogs, which is kind of like eBay for records, it's xvegan6697 EXVEGAN 6697. Yeah, right. And then Instagram is Kismet_records, and then the Facebook is just Kismet Creative Center.
All right, sounds good. All right, thanks for doing that. What you still have? How many records do you currently have?
I would have to guess somewhere. Oh man, I want to say somewhere around 2000.
You have?
I think so.
Wow.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
1500, 2000.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's got a consignment going with.
Yeah.
What's the name of the place on Cherokee?
It's called Wax Rats, and they officially opened full time about a month ago. Yeah, Wax Rats.
Wax Rats on Cherokee. You don't know the address, do you?
Fridge. No, it's on Cherokee on the other side of Jefferson.
Look it up, y'all. Wax Rats. Google.
Wax Rats. Yeah.
Cherokee. St. Louis. You guys will find it.
I basically just had heard you hear things through the grapevine on Cherokee Street, and somebody was took this picture and was like, well, it looks like this place is opening, and it just turned out great because the guy the guy who he had like 30,000 records or something like that. He was just gonna stock the place full of it.
Yeah.
But he's got a daughter, and this is weird. But apparently the guy had a daughter, and he didn't feel like Cherokee was a safe place for her to be, so he wouldn't want her coming to the. I probably shouldn't say any of that.
Say it. Yeah, that's wrong. That's a wrong opinion. But
and I mean, and the guy was just like 86. He was just like, no, I'm not doing this, you know.
Yeah.
And I just happened to like meet up with these two characters who run the business. Shortly thereafter, and they were very open to me stocking music in their shops.
Oh, okay.
So that's how that all went down.
That's
basically.
pretty cool.
So
okay, I tell you one thing that I love about Cherokee too. Cherokee, like many other streets in St. Louis, it's so diverse, it's so much culture. Like permeates the air. Like soon as you hit Cherokee, you're like. It's just different. You know, you're not just in one type of, just a white area, or just a black area. No, you're in like everybody's here.
Yeah.
Everybody's
truth. It's the truth.
That's one thing, and I love that your shop was like right off of Cherokee.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great place. Southside in St. Louis in general, so it's such a melting pot. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of culture going on in that area.
Oh yeah.
So.
South City all day. We're in Soulard, so you guys know how we do.
Yeah,
what was I going to say? So, what as a young person that you obviously grew up loving music.
Yeah.
What made you want to, I guess, be a proprietor of it?
I have an answer for that actually.
Okay.
When I was in Omaha, Nebraska, there was this place called the Antiquarium, and it was the chillest fucking hangout ever. Like, the guy who owned it was like, he was in the seminary at one point, and then he kind of like, so he was kind of like a priest. He wasn't a priest, but anyway, and so what
almost priest?
Yeah, an almost priest, exactly. So the Antiquarium was the basement was this awesome record store that was just it wasn't big, but
in Omaha?
In Omaha, Nebraska.
Wow,
it wasn't big, but they really knew how to get the good shit in, so the basement was record store. The next floor up and the floor above it was all books, used books, and then the top floor was all art.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, and people would just come in, like, there would be, like, homeless people, kind of, that would come in, and, like, there was free coffee for everybody.
Wow.
And they would just, there's this group of, like, I guess some homeless people and just some intellectuals.
Yeah.
Which really, like, got to me in my heart,
Yeah.
They would literally sit around. You could smoke inside then. They would smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
And they would talk philosophy for like hours all fucking day long. And it was just a great place to be able to hang out. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, that priest, that almost priest, he died. And I was able to visit him once in some small town in Omaha. And he had one lung removed from smoking for all of his life. But he had, his whole place was this mansion of art and books, basically. But I was able to see him one more time, and I heard that not too long ago he passed away. So that was my influence. That's what made, I wanted that. I wanted that place for people to be able to, and our place was pretty small. I mean, we couldn't really do all that kind of stuff, but just bringing that vibe of, and the art and the, the kind of like the, almost like the culture, like bring the culture into, and just, so.
Are you from Omaha, Nebraska?
Yeah, I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
So this was a place that basically, this is a place that basically raised you.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's a place you would go and you would feel, at home, feel secure, and you would learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say this one last thing about it, that, like, because you were asking me earlier about, like, music, where I started, where I went to, kind of a thing, and what I like now. And the thing about the Antiquarium record store in the basement was that there was, I would go and I would get something that I knew. Like I remember getting DJ Shadow, if you're familiar with him.
Not at all.
Very early on.
It's
some good shit.
Okay.
That was kind of like, it was kind of the time when like drum and bass and that kind of music was getting big. But so I would go downstairs and I would pick something that I knew. Maybe it was from a label that I was familiar with other music on and that sort of a thing. And they had this section that was just avant-garde, modern composers, and experimental music.
Jeez.
And so I know exactly. So like every time I'd get one of these records that I knew something about, I would just grab any random thing from this section, and like sometimes it would win and it would be some good shit, and other times I wouldn't like totally get into it. Hit or miss
like a motherfucker.
But that was part of the adventure of it for me, to be honest with you.
That's true. That's true. That's always,
and that's another thing I modeled a little bit, Kismet after. So
I gotta give it to you. I couldn't make up those genres you just said.
I know.
I vaguely heard of them because I used to work at record stores.
Yeah,
and I love working there. But that's crazy.
Oh, there's so many genres out there. I don't know half of them. It's just nuts. So.
But see, that music, I look at it as, it's kind of like it might be the best mirror that we have as ourselves for humans, because whatever song, the way you're feeling, and you can be feeling totally different than everyone around you, there's a song for that, because there's someone else that felt the same exact way. Where there's that spectrum and that mirror is just that long.
Yeah.
That's kind of how
I love it. I think I love music so much because it's art that people can afford. You know what I mean? People can't afford $500 paintings and shit, but they can afford a record for like $20 or something.
That's awesome. I love the way you put that.
So,
yes, art that people can afford.
Yeah, exactly. So,
that's the sad thing that now. Artists still come out with albums, and they come out with album covers, all that stuff. But it's just like,
it's mostly online. Is that where you're going with it?
You can't. You with a download, there's nothing for you to open up and read.
Yeah.
Exactly. I want to open something up. And read it.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I just made.
That's what I got to do.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I made this post today, again going back to like trying to keep the page fresh on our Facebook page and stuff.
Yeah.
And I put this one out there that was like, what was the last album you got that you took the lyric sheet out of and read the lyric sheet to it as you listened to it? Because that was something when I was a kid, you did that. You know what I mean? You just pulled it up and read the lyrics at the same time as you listen to the album, and I don't know if people do that anymore, especially with digital stuff.
They definitely don't. And my thing with me, I looked at the lyrics a little bit.
Yeah,
I definitely did. I looked at the lyrics a little bit, but my thing was, I tell you one thing: when you drink beer, and when you drink a tall can, it gives you a lot of air.
Yeah, there's a lot of air.
There's a lot of air in there. You know what I mean? That was probably a bad choice.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I'm
maybe try wine next time. Or something,
I think I'm gonna go back, because I had the Michelob Ultra, the Gold.
Yeah.
None of this.
Yeah.
None of this.
Right.
What was I gonna say?
I think you're talking about digital stuff and listening to music when you were
because
young and looking at
you would look at the liner notes.
Mm-hmm,
you looked at the liner notes. You wanted to read, see the lyrics. I did that to a certain extent. What my thing was is I want to see the producer. I want to see the producer. I want to see the engineer. I want to see all that down there. Okay, who owns the rights to this? Okay, ASCAP. Okay, BMI. Who? That's, I don't know why, but with R&B and hip hop, especially in hip hop, this is what was so dope about that form of music. Hip hop was you could learn things from hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop taught people about the music industry while they listened to it.
True.
I learned a lot of stuff about the music industry just by listening to hip hop artists.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
especially with the thing I just said. You know what I mean? So it's just amazing. But every genre is here for every person. Whatever you want, whatever you may want to hear, however you're feeling.
Right.
That's awesome.
Exactly. There was a quote. I think it was by. I want to say James Brown said, "Good music is good music. It doesn't matter the genre," and I believe that.
At all.
That's exactly. So
right. James said that, the Godfather song?
I think he said that. Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Yeah, he's pretty dope.
He also said something like, I'm positive he said, dancing heals everything, or something like that. That's another good James Brown quote.
That sounds like something he would say.
Yeah.
That sounds like something he would say. What about oh fudge.
Yeah.
I just lost my point.
Okay. Sorry, I took that.
Where'd it go? What about what is your favorite? If we were to try to find you one.
Jeez, it's so tough, and it's just gets tougher and tougher to answer the longer I listen to music.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, man. When I was in the shop, and sometimes the stuff you play at home and the stuff you play in the shop, and it was weird and scary.
Yeah, it's weird and scary.
It just
That's
was.
True. That's true. There's many a moment with Sonia where like we'd be having a concert and I would put something on and she'd be like, "What the fuck are you playing right now?"
Man, like, this is the wrong time.
It's weird, exactly. Yeah. So, and I made that mistake many times, but I don't know how to not make that mistake at the same time. I don't know how people are gonna take it. If there's something weird that I like about it, if it's just catchy or something, then.
Oh wow!
So, but I mean, to answer your question, I want to say psychedelic music. I like a lot of psychedelic music. I like a lot of old soundtracks, particularly Italian soundtracks, like Ennio Morricone. If you're familiar with A Fistful of Dollars, the movie,
the spaghetti western.
Yeah, that whistle. Yeah, exactly. So that's Ennio Morricone, and so I like that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's the one. That is
that shit.
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah.
So that's what he's. So I like a lot of. I do like a lot of soundtracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soundtracks, as in like movies, plays.
Yeah, movies, and particularly movies that were done in the 70s.
Huh.
So.
What's your go-to for a movie soundtrack?
Oh shit. Okay, so I got this one. What's it called? They did a series of them, and it's a compilation. And there's this one song that this Italian lady's just singing so, and there's another one that's like sexually.
Oh Lord, oh jeez. Okay.
It's so good though, man.
All right,
it's kind of jazzy. You know what I mean? It's kind of.
We're sexually open on this show. It's no problem with it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I'm hoping you can give me a movie. Give me a movie name.
Shit. Fuck.
It's a lot of.
There's a really interesting one called Ganja and Hess.
Tom, there's a lot of cussing going on.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's not FCC regulated.
Right. There's a post. Side note: there's a post on Facebook I read not that long ago that says that you should make friends with people who curse too much because we need it for some reason. I think.
I think friends.
I think we need friends.
That's probably true.
But
Ganja and what?
Ganja and Hess.
What the fudge is that?
Well, the really interesting thing about it is I believe it was Nina Simone's brother who created a lot of
you had me
soundtracks.
Okay.
I don't know whether to call it necessarily blaxploitation, but
those films?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one that I think of that I really liked. It's really weird. There's like this super reverbed out like gospel music that gets played. Yeah, it's really out there shit.
What kind of music is it?
Hard to describe.
Spooky ass funk?
Yes.
Spooky funk?
Yeah, you can call. I think that gets close to it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's just one that's on the top of my head because I listened to it not too long ago. Yeah. So.
You ever seen this movie called Brother from Another Planet?
Maybe. It sounds familiar.
Okay, because that movie sounds like the movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
The thing you said is a real movie. What's the name of it?
Yeah, Ganja and Hess, and it's like a black vampire movie from the 70s. Yeah,
a black vampire.
Yeah,
movie?
and it's Nina Simone's brother.
I thought it was only Blackula that made those. Okay, but anyway.
No, yeah, go ahead.
All right, right on. But Brother from Another Planet.
Yeah,
is like that. It came out like this wasn't 70s. It was early 80s.
Okay,
and it had Joe Morton was the brother, and Joe Morton. You've seen Joe Morton in a bunch of movies.
Okay,
you just don't know who he is.
Right,
he was actually the remember the scientist in Judgment Day, Terminator 2.
Yes, vaguely.
The brother that was a scientist.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He was in that. He was. You ever watch this show that comes on CBS now called God Friended Me? You never heard of that? Okay. You have heard of? He's been in so much stuff. Fudge, I'm drawing a blank. Something else Joe Morton's been in.
Yeah.
Oh, fudge. I don't know anything else that you would know that you watch stuff with black people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Sure. Why not?
I can't. Damn, I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, that's his almost most well known. No, he's at another role that was well known, but a lot of people know him from Judgment Day.
Okay.
Have you ever watched some Terminator movies?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Judgment Day.
I can. Do you wear glasses or some shit like that?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah,
I do remember him.
He was a scientist in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a crucial scientist that came up with something.
Which they're making another one. Did you know that?
They always are.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Always are. It's coming out.
Yeah.
It's already made. It's coming out.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I'm saying? And I probably will go see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
I'll tell you a funny thing. I jumped on that Terminator thing late. I wasn't a big fan back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't like, oh, so who gives a shit? I'd rather watch Rambo all day.
Yeah.
You know,
which they're making that too.
Yeah, that's gonna be because
or it's done.
It's already done. It's already done. It's coming out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Hope Sly, make some money off it. You know what I'm saying? I'm down. For me right now, only thing I want to see Sly in whatever he want to do because I love Sly.
Yeah,
but I want to see him in more Creed movies. Them Creed movies are good.
God, I don't think I've seen the Creed movies.
Oh, you're tripping.
Yeah.
You know what they are, right?
No, tell me about them. I mean, I've heard of them, but that's all I know.
We're going way off subject, but fuck it.
Yeah.
What is it? Have you seen? You know the Rocky movies, right?
Yeah. Oh, of course. So now he's the coach instead of the boxer. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Then.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
And you know who he's coaching?
His name's Creed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I know
Apollo's son.
Oh,
yeah, he's
okay.
Apollo's son.
Okay.
And he wasn't raised by Apollo. He's like the illegitimate son.
Oh, no
so
shit.
He wasn't raised by Apollo.
Okay, weird.
He came up hard.
So there's some weird like family dynamic shit going on in that.
And he's mad smart. So it's weird family dynamic. He's mad smart and he can box his ass off.
Wow.
You know
okay,
what I'm
cool.
So, yeah.
I'll have to look at. I'll see if I can find that.
To anyone out there, if you're a Rocky fan, you have to watch the Creed movies. They're excellent.
Right. Yeah,
they're perfect.
Yeah,
they're what they're supposed to be.
And there's more than one, huh?
Yep. They're the first one, and then Creed, and then Creed 2. Creed 2 was remember what is it? You see Rocky 4 with Ivan Drago.
Yes, the Russian dude, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Remember he kills Apollo, right?
Yes.
Check it. In Creed 2, his son fights Creed. His son,
the Russian son fights. No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
It's going down.
Yeah. Cool.
It's going down.
Cool.
So
cool.
you may want to check that out.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Are you streaming anything? Oh, the Great.
Am I streaming?
Yeah, like are you binge watching anything these days?
To be honest with you, I appreciate you asking.
Yeah.
We're totally off what we were talking about.
I know, but it's all right. It's still art, right? We're still talking about art. Shit.
Tell it, bro. Tell you so right. To be honest with you, the only thing I'm streaming right now, and I kind of I was like knocking out season after season, but I kind of slowed up.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna finish it up here probably in the next few weeks. Is what is it? I've been streaming Sopranos.
So you haven't seen the whole thing before?
I know Sopranos in and out.
Oh,
I love
okay,
Sopranos.
okay. Yeah.
Sopranos is my jump off. That's my shit.
I gotta ask you, did you like the ending or not?
I I was pissed off.
Were you?
I was pissed off back then.
I think a lot of people were.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was pissed off back then, but I got what he was trying to do.
Yeah,
you know,
I got it. It was intense. That last scene was super. Intense.
It was.
So I can appreciate
it.
That.
Was.
So,
Who the fuck are those dudes?
Yeah, exactly.
And if they were coming for him, how did they know he was up there?
Yeah,
because they went to a restaurant way the fuck out of town.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know they were out of town.
Yeah, they were out of town.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nowhere close to where they live.
I know.
You know where they met at.
I know. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. And he's just watching like each person come in as they go to the bathroom. And you can tell he's just like, oh shit, man. So but I can understand being pissed about it too, and just being like, well, fuck, man, that's not quite an ending. You know, it's.
I can see why people were pissed off, but the one thing that I noticed about David Chase is, he's
the director.
David Chase is the creator. He's the creator, writer. Cool. You know what I'm saying? He didn't write every episode, but he executive produced everyone. Mm-hmm. He was all over it.
Yeah, totally.
But one thing I think he just didn't want to give the endings to everything. Yeah. He wanted you to have to figure out some shit.
Yeah. Yep. Leave it open ended.
Yeah.
Like
you figure it out. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I think that's what he was on.
I wonder if he ever would have considered doing like a movie or something, a continuation of it, if James Gandolfini hadn't passed.
I think they definitely would have. I hate the fact that not just because I'm selfish and I want another Sopranos thing, but I just hate that he's dead. You know,
I know. It was really sad.
I loved him as an actor. He was a really good actor.
He really was. He really was.
Like everything. The first thing I ever seen him in was Get Shorty.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the very first movie. Yeah, it came out in like in 95, 94 or some shit. Exactly. And that was the first thing I ever saw James Gandolfini in, and he was good. He was good at it.
Yeah.
And I think they definitely maybe would have came out with something, but that's only if he wanted to do it, if James wanted to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
He kind of was trying to, he wanted to leave that persona alone because everybody was trying to attach him to that.
Yeah, exactly.
But right now, they got like a prequel thing coming out.
No, for real?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a movie or is it going to be
It's going to be like a series, I think.
On HBO again? It's
going to be on HBO.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be basically them in the 60s.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be like, his dad and all that, the uncles and all that, and all that good stuff. Guess, and he's going to be in it too. Guess who's playing him?
Who?
His son.
Really?
Yes.
His real life son?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Michael Gandolfini
is
playing him.
That's cool.
I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's coming out. Hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's that other series I freaking love that, I keep wanting to say Mad Men, but it's not Mad Men. The one, did you ever get into, the meth? The TV
Breaking Bad?
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
I knew you were going to say
that?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that one. To be honest with you, that's my mother's show.
Yeah.
She loves that show.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into it one day.
Yeah.
I plan on getting into it.
There's one scene in that entire show that is, to me, just so mind-blowing. I won't ruin it for you or anything like that, but yeah, it's just like, wow.
Okay.
Hopefully, when you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, that must have been what Tom was talking about."
This is what we'll do.
Okay.
I'll start watching the show.
Okay.
And once I start watching it, once I get into it, then I'll have you back on.
Okay. All
and
right,
we'll talk about it.
That sounds good. Yeah.
How about that?
That sounds good.
I'm just saying, yeah. But I definitely wanted to get into that. The one thing I'm kind of mad because I'm just now. It's past. Way past the 4th of July. July's almost over. This month flew by the way.
Same here.
Good goodness. And I haven't even watched a new episode of new season of Stranger Things.
Oh,
I'm mad about that.
Yeah. So you're a big fan of that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I need to watch it again.
Have you tried it?
Oh yeah. I've seen I really enjoyed season 1 and season 2.
Okay.
But season 3, I don't know, man. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or something like that. Like I think I didn't really. It was one of those shows that Sonia was watching a lot of, and I was, whatever, doing dishes or fucking smoking a cigarette I didn't get And another problem I have with like series is like I almost always, I don't always, but I need to go back to like the last episode of the last season just to catch up and be like, oh, this is the shit that's going on. Yeah. Okay, now I see what's going on with I love the style of the show. Yeah. I love that it's in the 80s. Yeah. And like I grew up in the 80s. Yeah. So like there's a lot of like feels I have for that. Yeah. And the music. And I like it. Those are the top 3 things about, and I love the actress who plays 11.
Have you watched season 3 yet?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
but you just didn't. Yeah,
I didn't get as connected to it as I did with the first 2 seasons.
Oh, well, just rewatch them.
I know. Yeah. I think I will.
You watched the whole. You know all of season 3 already.
Yeah.
Damn.
But there were parts of it that I missed. We do that, dude. Me and Sonia, we binge watch some stuff, man.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
But why do you miss crucial parts of the story, though?
I don't know what it was.
Would y'all start doing shit?
Yeah. For me, that was part of it. Okay. Was just like, just missing certain parts. So, but I do want to know what you think when whether we're on air or not. I'm curious of.
Definitely. I'll let you know
how you feel about.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it. I'm mad I haven't started watching it yet.
Yeah.
What about Black Mirror? Have you ever watched that?
Yes. Fuck though. That one episode. I'm sorry. I'll try.
No, you're good. No. Bro, okay. We're not FCC regulated.
Yeah. Good. What are we talking about? The
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
There was that episode. I can't remember what it was called, but it was Choose Your Own Adventure.
Oh, like the books?
Yeah. Have you seen that episode?
No, I want to watch it.
I'm not sure I'm going to recommend it, dude, because what happens is,
nice.
You have to pick. You have to pick, and if you just like don't pick, it plays through, and then like bad things happen, and then it just keeps playing it over, and it'll play all fucking night if you don't like choose specifically like one, and it's just you, and it takes you back, and then you gotta watch this thing over again.
Hold up. Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me see. Wait. Yeah. You mean to tell me while you're watching it, pick it?
Exactly.
How do you pick it while watching?
Well, it's streaming, so you just. It's on Netflix or whatever, and they've just made it so you press the button on your remote and and then it gives you
interactive.
Yeah, it gives you like 30 seconds to pick whichever. And I do love Black Mirror, but that episode was too much because there was a lot of violence, and some horrible shit happened.
I'm getting high as hell in watching that tonight.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, everybody, stay tuned to the next episode of High Off the Glass, where O explains what the hell happened on Black Mirror with the Choose Your Own Adventure. Yeah. Damn, I'm about to get high as a bitch and do that.
Okay, cool.
Seriously, bro, that's how it works?
Yep, swear to God.
Dude, I used to love those books. I used to get those books with like Batman, Superman, all that shit, and read them, and you had to choose which way they went.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, what season Black Mirror is that one?
It's the most recent season, I believe.
It's the most recent season? Yeah. Is it called Choose Your Own Adventure?
No, it's some like weird some like weird like German name or something. I mean, I'm probably totally way off, but it is something weird.
I'll find it.
It's about
I'll find it.
Yeah. It's about like a guy who makes video games, basically. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm finding it tonight.
Like back in the day, video games.
I'm about to get super high.
Yeah. You'll have to tell me because it just drove me freaking crazy. It was too much. It was just too much. And literally, like we didn't mess with it, and then we woke up like the next morning, and it was still playing and shit. So
word.
Yeah.
How many different like scenario ways does it have?
That's the thing. I didn't get through the whole thing. I gave up on it. I was just like, no, I'm not gonna fucking watch this show again. No.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think you'll find that too. Depending on who you talk to, some of them probably love the shit out of it, and others are just like, "Oh, it was just a headache."
Not wait to watch that. Oh, me and my lady are watching that tonight. Mm-hmm. She'll probably be too scared. Fuck it, we're gonna watch it.
But I do like the other episodes. I mean, do you do the Twilight Zone, the new Twilight Zone with Jordan Peele?
No, but I love the old Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I love the new ones and the old ones. Yeah. I think these are good.
Where are you at with Alfred Hitchcock?
I used to watch Alfred Hitchcock Presents when I was a kid, but yeah, exactly. And his face comes up with the shadow and shit. Yeah. That was the shit back when I was young, man.
It was,
but I haven't watched them since then. So
yeah, and that shit came out 20, 30 years before we were born.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit was hard though.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Too. I am 41.
Wow.
Yep.
I turned 40 this year.
Yeah, did you?
Yep. You're an 80s baby like me.
Man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep,
the 40s. I don't know what to expect, man. I don't know what this decade is about.
You're already in it, so shit, you better be ready.
I know, exactly.
I'm enjoying being 39.
Yeah.
This last little year been kind of cool, man.
30s were good, man.
Yeah.
30s were good. Yeah.
It's a good decade.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, I tell you one thing. What is it? Jump back. We'll probably jump back to the music.
Yeah.
Music here for a minute. Oh damn it! I should have turned down my phone. What is it? How much longer? Like, what do you? Since you, okay, so you do the consignments now with the one record store. You sell out of your house.
Yeah.
You like what else? What else do you do? Do you sell art as well still, or
no?
Is it just all records?
I mean, as far as what I sell is all records. We still have a whole bunch of herbs, like that you can make tea with at the house.
Okay.
Me and Sonia are talking about we'd really like to turn our space into a nice Airbnb. And make that like the herbs part of everything. The herbs, kombucha is another thing that I do the shit out of.
What the fudge is that?
So it's a fermented tea drink that's like a health tonic. It basically is kind of like the original soda because it carbonates itself. Some people
naturally
hate Some people hate the taste of it. Some people love the taste of it. Some people like it to be really vinegary because it's got more like and I'm not into
it's got vinegar in it.
Yeah, well, it becomes very vinegary the longer you ferment it, the more vinegary it gets.
Longer you let it sit.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And so I don't like
Sounds
it like that.
House wine. No, jailhouse wine.
You can make it alcoholic if you want to, but
I
haven't crossed that.
Right.
That line yet.
I don't know about that. I've heard about those things. Yes, I do. I was locked up. I seen them do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Right on. Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're looking forward to. Sonia's like, Sonia, she's constantly dreaming. She's like, I can't drive anywhere with her without her like looking at a building and being like, that could be the next Kismet. You know what I mean? Like everywhere I go, she's always saying,
that
this
sounds like something.
Well, and then she talks about like getting a van and just traveling across country and selling records out of it, and so you know what I mean. And she's like, you need to get a DJ set up so you can start like spinning at different, bars or whatever, or you got to do your podcast thing, and all that kind of stuff.
I think you would be good. You want to start a podcast?
I'm thinking about it, definitely thinking about it, but it would be like, it would be music oriented, so I would have to have a record player to play on or something like that.
Okay.
So,
you had record players.
I know, but like there's specific like record players plug into one of those types of things, and stuff, so you can go back and forth and stuff, so there's not like a huge pause between. I was gonna do
or you could just have the mic. The mic could just be right there by the record player and play it like get the music on there like that.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
I was gonna do it with a couple of these dudes, but like the guy like lives, literally like 40 minutes away, so it's a pain in the ass to drive out there But my friend's still doing it. I'll plug him. He's got a thing called Infinite Spin, and they're doing all right. They've got like 500 or something like that. I think like people who listen to them.
Well, that's cool.
I like to talk about the music. He just wants to play the music. Like he
Feel
just
free
wants
to plug him.
Yeah. That was it. That was Infinite Spin with William Long and Ryan Coster or something like that. So, anyway,
all right, cool. Yeah. This is my question for you because we're on High Off the Glass, so this is what we talk about here.
Yes, I'm ready.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Dude, what? Come on, man. Like, why don't you blow, dude? And especially now.
Yeah.
Since the stigma's coming down, the walls have come down.
Yeah.
and you can get it in so many different ways now,
I do CBDs. Oh, the great. I do
you
CBDs.
do those?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
When did you start doing those?
Probably, earlier this year.
Okay, and that's pretty good. Those don't have THC, though.
I know, exactly.
So what's the thing? Because look,
I'll tell you about it.
I've known you for years, and you've always kind of abstained from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sonia's tried to get me to do it many times.
Exactly.
Many times.
And I feel like it's something that would work with you.
It
might. Not work against you.
So, all right. So I've been diagnosed, right? I have a diagnosis.
Okay.
A mental illness.
You want to talk about it?
It's schizophrenia. That's what they call it.
Right.
And I've been on medications now for probably, God, I want to say, probably over a decade. Over a decade.
And I've known you. I feel like I've known you almost a decade. And I want to say, you've been awesome, sir.
Yeah,
thank
you.
I've never heard, and I have a friend that that deals with that,
suffers from it. Yeah.
And I've seen him at his lowest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I've seen him at his highest. Too. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I bet.
And he's a great person. And one thing I've seen from you, I've never seen you anywhere but you've always been at the top. You've never been, I've never seen you, I've never seen you succumb to the disease or the disease have a hold of you.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be what you would call high functioning, but honestly, it depends on the day. And it's intense, and it's intense what I go through, one thing they talk about when they talk about schizophrenia is that it's real to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I haven't gotten to that point. Maybe your friend is there where like he's got like these paranoid ideas or like, different people experience different things. But to take it back to Sonia too. Sonia also seems to think that if I smoked some weed, I'd feel better. I'll tell you two things. When I first got with Sonia, I got high with her. She came over to my apartment and she's like, "Do you want to smoke some weed?" And I was like, "Okay, I will."
Well,
and
we're on High Off the Glass, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but on High Off the Glass, we don't call it weed.
Oh, what do we call it?
It's not weed.
Oh,
it's called marijuana or anything else other than weed.
Why is that?
Because I don't like
the connotation of it almost.
That's it exactly.
Okay,
I don't like
cool.
that because when you have weeds in your garden, do you want them? No,
That's
you want to
true.
get them the
That's
fuck
true.
out of there.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of them. You want to pull them. So I don't like that negative connotation with it.
And Sonia too. Like she's like said to me before. Like she's like, this is not a drug.
Right.
It is not a drug. It is a medication.
Right. Exactly.
So I feel where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
With marijuana, so she got high with me, and I just felt like...
Wait, go back. Let's go back a little bit.
Okay.
So you said the first time she ever came over to your place?
No, she'd come over a couple times, and I think, the oddest thing about it, I think I had been in this fucked up situation where the hospital that was supposed to have prescribed and gotten me my medications did not get me my medications in time.
Wow,
and
for real?
So yeah, and what happens when I don't have the medications is I get severe headaches. I tremble. I feel a lot of pain because there's immediate withdrawal. It's something I'm taking every night. So I get this immediate withdrawal, and I was feeling all this pain. And I believe this is when the same day that happened. She came over and was like, "Well, here, try some weed." And I smoked with her, and I made it through it. I made it through the experience, but the experience for me was I felt like I had no control over my mind at that time. And so I've kind of been like, well, shit, if it felt like that, if I do it again, isn't it going to feel the same? Am I going to feel totally out of control? Or is it going to be a nice, cool buzz? Because, I think a huge difference between marijuana and alcohol is not so, I don't know if this is quite the word, but cerebral. It's not so like of the mind. When you drink, you slow down. I guess when you smoke, you slow down too, though. But
But see, certain strands of marijuana hit you differently.
I hear that.
They have strands that can make you slow down, or speed up, or be artistic, or be lazy.
Yeah.
You know, they're different strands. But Tom, here's the thing: you're right on the cusp. Can I get you some stuff that you would feel comfortable smoking? Can we smoke together, please?
I will promise you one day we will, but I don't know the timeline as far as that's concerned.
When? Why do you have to put such a date on it, and such a, it won't happen until like what?
So I mean, to go back to the schizophrenia
so
thing,
many parameters.
It's like I'm waiting for the time where in my mind I feel safe. And I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm really, like I was talking to you earlier, I was telling you how much I freaking hate the meds that I take. I do not like how it, how much I sleep. I don't like, the next day, like, I'll have like a good vibe going one night, right? I'll have like a really good vibe. I'll be feeling really freaking good.
Yeah.
I take those pills. When I wake up the next day, whatever good vibe I felt the night before is just gone. You know what I mean? I mean, there's
totally different.
Yeah.
Now, what you need to start doing too is don't. The first time you smoked, with Sonia, and thank goodness Sonia was there, and she had something to get you through the night. Because if you didn't have that, who knows what the fuck would have happened?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Of course, you felt differently because you were feeding for your regular stuff.
Yeah.
So you were in the midst of that. So then she lays this on you, and it couldn't really quench, but it helped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you were feeling regular. Your regular normal self, because you have your medicine, and then you try this medicine, then you like this, and what I'm saying is what could happen is you could totally, maybe wean yourself off of that narcotic, because that's a narcotic, okay, over to this, 100% natural medicine.
That would be good. I would like that. I would love that, actually, if that was the case. If that was the case. I'll tell you, when I first actually started getting diagnosed, or not diagnosed, but started medication, it was in Denver, and I was in and out of hospitals, just like all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And I got in there, and I think the initial reason they prescribed me, it was Seroquel at the time, was because I wouldn't sleep. Like I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah.
So that's why they gave me, basically, it was a sedative to get me to go to sleep.
Wow.
But also, I think, if I remember correctly, they weren't going to let me out of the hospital unless I took the medications. I actually was originally diagnosed in Omaha when I was much younger, 23. And the meds didn't do shit for me. Like, they did not help me at all.
Yeah.
And the second time around, when I was fine. I was off medications for like at least 3 years before any of my symptoms even returned. It was really weird. But I don't think they would have let me leave the hospital in Denver if I had refused to take the medications. Right. And at the time, it did seem like the medications, but at this point, it just feels like overkill. And I will say that I am on a very low dose. Like compared to a lot of other people, I'm on a much lower dose of the drugs that I'm taking than most of them are.
Sounds good.
So,
well, that's awesome. I'm so happy that you have conquered that beast, or you're dealing with it.
I'm dealing with it.
You're dealing with it, and I'm not say conquered, but you're maintaining that beast, and you're doing it on a day to day, and I'm proud of you for doing it, because a lot of people can't.
Thanks.
And they can't, or they succumb, or whatever the case may be. And we're not putting those people down.
Yeah.
But I'm very proud of survivors.
Thanks.
People that persevere. So you're more than welcome. You do you have a? It's probably sad. This is a sad question. I hate to say even ask it like this. I should be able to ask this.
Okay.
Ask this question better. But do you have a favorite basketball player?
Ooh, shoot. Oh, my God. Do I have a favorite basketball player, man? Damn.
If it takes you that long,
I don't think so. I don't think so. Michael Jordan, he's a cool dude. I do like. Okay, I did this. The cool thing that I heard about Michael Jordan was that when he it was his story I heard that basically when he talked about him on the court, something weird like he wasn't Michael Jordan. That was Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan was this like superstar that was like,
yeah.
You know, I don't know. I heard some weird shit just
split
about
personality.
that. Like not split personality. Actually, it was a very positive thing. It was like I almost like I was able to create this. This is my creation. Me being this amazing basketball player. But I don't really know. I really don't know basketball at all. You know.
Right.
So. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't even think.
Jordan is a great answer.
Okay.
Jordan is a great answer.
Yeah.
But you know what, Tom, this has been a really good journey.
Yeah.
This has been I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate you doing this for you. Yes, I'm here for you, and I appreciate you coming on High Off the Glass.
Thanks, man.
This has been really good.
And you're gonna talk to Sonia soon too.
Oh
right?
We're gonna have Sonia on. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk to Sonia about everything she has going.
Yeah.
Because she has a lot going on. That's gonna be in the works here pretty soon.
Yep.
We had to get you in first.
Yeah.
Because if we got you in with someone would take over the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because that girl can talk.
Yeah.
But we love her. And we're going to give her own episode.
Yeah, right.
So, yes. Today.
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Great pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I loved having you on.
Thanks, man.
I loved having you on. Hey, everybody, I just want to say thank you for you guys tuning in to High Off the Glass. We're going to end the episode we're going to end the episode the same way we do every episode with another reason why St. Louis needs an NBA basketball team. Okay? That's kind of like my, I guess you could say, end game or something to that effect.
Yeah.
To that effect, I want St. Louis to have a team.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
St. Louis deserves an NBA team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And reason number whatever this is for St. Louis to have a basketball team is it would improve downtown.
Damn
it
straight.
would improve downtown St. Louis.
Yeah.
Like it just would.
Yeah.
It would make our downtown area so much more lively.
Yeah.
We would create bars and clubs that are exclusive for that team and that team alone.
Mm-hmm.
That people would congregate around it. They would have tailgates almost, kind of like with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
They would do that same thing. And we have an arena, Edward Jones Dome, there. That's an arena for an NBA team.
Yes.
It's awesome, man.
Good.
So I think that would be a reason for St. Louis to have a basketball team. Hey, everybody! Do want to say thank you again, Tom. You were outstanding.
Thanks.
You were so good.
Great.
Thank you Thank you for coming on, man. So glad you liked your time.
Yeah.
And everybody, thank you for listening. And same thing I say every week. Keep hooping. Peace. We out.
On your memory.